Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Taking a quick look here at Cardano. Got a free request from my community, and honestly, this is one of the coins I like to cover often as possible too. So we'll just take a quick look here, kind of update our fibs, and just generally understand where we're at here for the price action, and see if we're able to pull back further, if we're going to go up any higher, to where we're at here. Okay. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I do love teaching people to trade. Really hope that you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tag is a site. Link down below. Quick congrats to our community members. We took some nice profits yesterday. VeChain 60%, Chainlink 33%, Solana 42%, Celestia 62%. Those were all taken in the last 2 or 3 days. We opened some trades last night, hit targets on one of the 3, and the other 2 are still pending, but they've averaged down a little bit. So if we get a good pivot or just stabilization from Bitcoin this weekend, those coins will be fine. We'll double check that here in a little bit. But at this point here, what we want to look at is the backend data and kind of see what's going on next here with Cardano. So backend data, we want to look at some smaller time frames, see if we can go ahead and double check this and just kind of see where we're at on the 12-hour. We can see a ton of liquidation above the price action, about 60 cents, 59/60, and there's not a lot below. Everything's been swept for the most part. We see 57, 58.5, even as low as 54.5. All those levels have been swept. So there's not a lot of merit to the price action going any lower based on more recent liquidation levels. But again, people are more so short heavy. That's really what we're understanding here, and that folks are expecting the price to continue lower. It makes sense. We do have this, we hit all 5 of our Elliott waves, and we're down to our ABC pattern. So this could very well be the bottom, but hypothetically, this is fulfilling itself here so far. So what we want to do is look at the daily time frame and kind of work our way down and just kind of understand roughly what's going to happen next. And again, I got the fib levels at more recent, the last 2 or 3 days versus kind of larger time frames, because we want to see these smaller movements, if you will, or more recent movements based on the lower fib levels. So taking a quick look here at MACD. MACD is converging here, but nothing super strong. So it's looking pretty good there in that regard. We also want to kind of look at see here, what is it? We're looking at the MACD and the stochastic RSI. So stochastic RSI is swinging upwards where MACD is pulling back. Both of those are kind of just giving us a lagging interpretation of the fact that the market's pulling back. Nothing super crazy here. This is telling us this is a bullish continuation, but this is not really the best indicator to use. The truth is, with us being really close to 50 on the RSI, we're kind of at that middle ground, which interestingly enough is right here at this previous support level at about 56.8. We can round up and say 57 cents. 57 cents is a strong likelihood of success at that rate. In other words, closing above that is an important thing. Closing below it would be disadvantageous. Now again, that doesn't mean it's like set in stone, but the truth is here we've seen a nice little rally back here recently, and that recent pullback from Bitcoin didn't help things at all. Okay, but again, now that we've kind of fulfilled this little shorter term time frame pattern, what are we going to do here? Are we going to see a bounce off 50 on the RSI, or are we just going to keep going lower? Well, truth is we don't know yet. The hourly might be a better indicator for us, but the general concept here is that the price of Bitcoin could continue lower. So we want to presume that this is going to go lower too. And most altcoins are not exuding strong bullish behavior right now. Okay, so if we look at 50 on the RSI, we can see kind of hanging out right there. There's a decent chance we could get a pivot or a bounce, but we don't want to count on that. We've got a MACD divergence here too, and that's not a great sign. We don't like to see that. So ultimately, we still have mostly bearish signs here, with a couple of confirming factors letting us know we might be okay. But we're below the 200, we're below the 100, and now we're basically testing the 50 and the 20. So those moving averages are telling us we're not really in good shape. And honestly, when the price is between a lot of moving averages for me, I don't love taking trades because it could kind of go either way. So me personally, I'm probably going to avoid trading Cardano for the moment unless there's some really awesome factors. The thing I'm talking about a lot today here is the fact that Bitcoin is kind of a big mess today. It's best not to try to buy the dip here, so to speak. I bought plenty of spot, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to coins like this here, just taking a long, an arbitrary long doesn't really seem to be suiting, because you're just you're rolling the dice. Okay, it's not advantageous to consider trading in this market right now. I would say wait until tomorrow. This weekend might be a better circumstance for altcoins to recover, because Bitcoin dominance is down, but it's down because price of Bitcoin came down. Okay, so Bitcoin can go sideways for a little while. Bitcoin dominance stays roughly the same. We're going to be in a situation where we're going to see some alts continue to increase. So we're going to want to see that here soon. And once again, altcoins typically do very well on the weekends, contrary to Bitcoin going sideways. So a handful of different things to think about. Either way you look at it, let's look at the hourly and call it a day here. Ichimoku cloud, we're within the cloud. Most coins are actually below the cloud. So this is actually a very I wouldn't say a contributing factor, but it's not as bad as most other coins are looking. Okay, so this is a good sign. Overall, this lower lead here is so far holding pretty strong. All the more reason why you don't just consider shorting as soon as the price breaks below the cloud. You wait for confirmation. This is a confirmation letting us know the price isn't below the cloud yet, and unless it stays there for a few hours, we have no reason to consider a short. So this is one of the few charts I've seen here today that is actually saying don't take a short. Most of them are saying that shorts are actually viable. We look at the lagging span, free and clear, of course, so if you have a short open, consider leaving it open. Now, at this point, don't consider taking a short. That's really the bottom line. And you definitely don't take a long just because it wicked down to a support level and bounced. Most coins did that today. Okay, so not really a good indication or barometer for a successful trade. Now, if you're in the green right now, obviously, I'd love to congratulate you. That's great. But again, you probably just bought a dip and got kind of lucky. Okay, that's not what trading is supposed to be. Either way, all this being said here, we're below some resistance levels. We still got a lot of stuff working against us. So to me personally, unless we don't, within the next 24 or 48 hours, unless the price will recover back to 58 cents or higher, there's really no reason to want to consider a long position with this coin. So that's kind of where we're at there. Again, is a short a recommendation right now? Definitely not either. Most coins have short, a lot of short bias, and this one right now holding fairly strong here. So again, I would say that Cardano is kind of in that gray area, which is just fine. It's not like definitively bearish. So I would recommend waiting and being patient. I know those are fighting words for a lot of people, but you're probably in the wrong industry if you're not a patient person, or if you can't work on being more patient, I guess, if you will. Those are things I teach in my trading university. Check that out if you're curious. And again, if you're part of my community, make sure you watch those. Those are available on our website. Make sure you double check and use my link to register for Bitunix. We got a lot of new members coming over there. There's no KYC or VPN, mainly the reason why we use them. And they have a trading competition coming up on the 15th. If you use my link to register, you'll be eligible. You just have to hit join now on the second link I provided in the comments. Okay, this is available from the 15th to the 29th. Register soon, so you have the opportunity to be able to benefit there. Either way you look at it, deeply appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for the like, subscribe, and follow. And check us out on Twitter, Telegram, or Discord. We got an awesome community and every group over there. Okay, so awesome stuff. Check that out. All linked down below. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.